Chag Sameach, lai la la lai la la lai. Shir, 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 Chag Sameach, lai la la lai la la lai. Shir, 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 Chag Sameach, lai la la lai la la lai. Chag Sameach, lai la la lai la la lai. Chag Sameach, lai la la lai la la lai. Shir, 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 Chag Sameach, lai la la lai la la lai. Shir, 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 Chag Sameach, lai la la lai la la lai. Hinei ma tovu manai, shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tovu manai, shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tov, hinei ma tov. Ya la 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 la. Hinei ma tov, hinei ma tov. Ya la 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 la. Sing with me. Hinei ma tovu manai, shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tovu manai, shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tov, ya la 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 la. Hinei ma tovu manai, ya la 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 la. Hinei ma tovu manai, shevet achim gam yachad. Hinei ma tovu manai, shevet achim gam yachad.
Chag Sameach, everyone. Welcome to our Erev Simchat Torah service. Glad so many of you have been joining us in the Zoom room. A reminder, if you're watching right now via live stream, feel free to come and join us inside Zoom for a more intimate and more fun experience for this holiday that's all about celebration and fun. If you have built something, if you've built something out of Legos or out of clay, or you've drawn something representing one of the Torah scenes that we sent out in advance, hold on to your creation, get it ready next to the computer, because we are going to start with a little bit of our evening service, and then we will announce the competition. There will be prizes. It's going to be very exciting. And Rabbi Vogel and I will be telling the stories represented hopefully by some of your creations. So we'll begin with Baruch Hu. We'll invite you to rise on page 39a.
Baruch Hu et Adonai HaMevorach
Baruch
Baruch Adonai Barach Leolam Vaed. Ya la 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 El Chai V'Kayam Tamid Yimloch Aleinu Le'olam Va'ed. Baruch Atah Adonai Ha'ma'ariv Ha'ravim. We continue Kihem Chayenu, page 40, about the fifth line from the end. Kihem Chayenu Ve'orek Yameinu Uvahem Negeo Mambalayla. Kihem Chayenu Ve'orek Yameinu Shabatecha al tasir mimenu le'olamim. Baruch atah Adonai, ohev amu Yisrael. We join together, page 41, with Shema. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Ve'ahavta et Adonai Elohecha b'chol levavcha u'b'chol nafshecha u'b'chol meodecha ve'hayu hadivarim ha'ele asher anochi mitzavecha hayom al levavecha V'shinantam levanecha v'dibarta bam v'shivtecha b'veitecha u'v'lechtecha v'derech u'v'shochbecha u'v'kumecha u'kshartam le'od al yadecha v'hayu letotafot b'neinecha u'ktavtam al mezuzot beitecha Uvisharecha. We continue silently, page 42. Leman tizkeru va'asitem et kol mitzvotai v'hitem kedoshim lelohechem ani Adonai Elohechem asher hotzeiti etchem me'eretz Mitzrayim lihiot lachem lelohim ani Adonai Elohechem Adonai Elohechem, Amen. Page 44, Micha Mocha, second paragraph. Yam bam bam bim bim bam, yabba bam bam bim bam, yam bam bam bim bim bam, yabba bam bam bim bam, ay 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 ay, yabba bam bam bim bam. Ay 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 ya bam bam bim bam mi chamocha ba'elim Adonai mi chamocha nedar b'kodesh norah tehilot sefer norah tehilot sefer Kivada Adonai et Yaakov uge'alo miyad chazak mimenu Baruch atah Adonai Ga'al Yisrael. We join together, Ufros Aleinu. So you know what to do with your hands. There's people on the Zoom who are going to show you, and just sing it. Ufros Aleinu Sukkot Sukkot Shlomecha Ufros Aleinu Sukkot
Continuing on page 46. Vayidaber Moshe and Moadei Adonai el bnei Yisrael. Page 46, Chatzi Kaddish. Yitkadav veyitkadash shemei Rabbah ve'almad yivrach hirutei v'yamlich malchutei b'chayechon uvyomechon u'chayedecho beit Yisrael bagala uvizman kariv v'meru amen yehi shmei Rabbah mevorach le'alam le'almaya yitbarach ve'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yitaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudesha berichu le'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata damiran be'alma v'meru amen. We turn to page 306 for the silent Amidah. It is a special one for the festivals. We'll start together with those 6 words, Adonai Sfatai Tiftach, and then go into silence. Anananananana Adonai. Ananananana Sfatai Tiftach. Ananananana Ufi Tehilatecha. Ananananana Adonai, Adonai, ananananana Sfatai Tiftach. Ananananana Ufi Tehilatecha. Ananananana Adonai, ananananana Sfatai Tiftach. Ananananana Ufi Tehilatecha. Ose shalom bimramav, uyase shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael, ve'imru amen. Yase shalom, shalom aleinu, ve'al kol Yisrael. Yase shalom, shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael. We turn to page 54, Kaddish Shalem. Yitkara v'yikara shemei rabba, v'yamad yivrach erutei v'yamlich malchutei b'gayechon v'yamachon v'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, ba'agalau v'yizman kari v'immeru, amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach, le'alam alamei amaya yitbarach. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yitadar v'yitalev v'yitalal shemei dekudasha b'richu la'ela mikol b'chata v'shirata tush b'chata v'nechamata da'amiran be'alema v'yimmeru, amen. Titkabal salo tahon uvatahon decho Yisrael kodam v'hon v'yishmaya v'yimmeru, amen. Yehei shlama rabba min shamaya v'chayim aleinu v'al Yisrael v'yimmeru, amen. Oseh shalom b'mromav hu yaseh shalom aleinu v'al Yisrael v'yimmeru, amen.
We'll symbolically begin our Torah service with Vayehi bin Soah on page 403.
Vayehi bin Soah ha'aron, vayomer Moshe, Kuma Adonai, v'yafutzu oyevecha, v'yanusu misanecha, v'panecha, ki mitzion tetzei Torah, ki mitzion tetzei Torah, udevar Adonai mi Yerushalayim av harachamim heitiva virtzonecha et Zion tivnei chomot Yerushalayim tivnei chomot Yerushalayim ki vecha levad batachnu melech eram v'nisa Adon olamim.
Traditionally on Simchat Torah, we would have 7 hakafot, 7 revolutions around the sanctuary, holding the Torahs and dancing and celebrating and singing together. And we're going to make time to do some of that dancing and singing and celebrating together by Zoom. But we wanted to add something special, something to get everybody involved. And so we are having a Torah scenes competition. If you haven't heard about it, we've invited kids and families and anyone, even the young at heart, to create Torah scenes. We've set out 7 different Torah scenes that you'll hear Rabbi Vogel and I tell, and they kind of represent the story that starts at the beginning of Genesis and ends at the end of Deuteronomy, representing each book. And we're going to tell each story, and then we're going to invite anyone who's created something out of Legos or out of clay or a drawing or anything you've made to hold it up to your screen, and we'll spotlight your video so that everybody can see what you've created. And we'll have some gifts, some prizes for the winners. And we hope that you will enjoy everybody's creations. So we're going to begin with Rabbi Vogel from the very beginning of Genesis.
That's a good place to begin. By the way, just to clarify, Rabbi Galko, because I'm just producing behind the scenes, it'll be helpful if you can acknowledge if you see anybody who has anything, why don't you call on them? And then you can tell the cantors when to begin the music. Because we're expecting everybody to dance for every hakafa, right? Okay, so I just want to make sure everybody, we just want you to do a little, like whatever it is, put your best dance moves on. You can't dance around with the Torah. And so we just want you to be able to celebrate. And I'm going to put you on just very quickly on gallery view, like just dance a little bit, and then we'll come back. We'll see how that works. This could be a disaster, but who knows?
Who knows? During the songs, yeah, we'll put you on gallery view for a little bit of dancing. And yes, I will call on somebody who I see is raising their hand or who has a project to show, and I will spotlight their video.
All right, I'm ready then. Here we go. Mimi. In the beginning. Was that, is that enough or no? You said to do Genesis. Okay, I'll do a little more. In the beginning, before God created anything, the Spirit of God hovered about the chaos of nothingness. In that moment, God created the heavens and the earth and all that was in them. First came the sky that divided the lower and upper waters. Then the land appeared that created the great oceans, rivers, and lakes, and all forms of vegetation appeared on the land. The sun, the moon, celestial bodies were created to help keep time. Then the world was filled with all types of living beings. They filled the waters, the sky, the land. Eventually, humans were created. God blesses all of the living beings. God saw all that had been created, and it was very good.
All right. Does anybody have a creation of some kind based on the creation of the universe? Okay, raise your hand if you do, because I see some people have projects in front of the screen, but I want to make sure it's about the right topic. Not on anyone on creation of the universe? All right. Well, then we're going to head to a song. Chazan Stein.
All right. You can create a dance. Recite bara Elohim et hashamayim ve'et haaretz. In the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth. And he called the light day, Yom. He called the darkness night, Laila. Vayehi erev, vayehi boker, Yom echad. Vayehi erev, vayehi boker, Yom echad.
Love it. So we're going to zoom ahead a little bit now in the book of Genesis, all the way to Jacob, who has a brother Esau, but they have a little bit of beef between them because Jacob stole his father's special blessing from Esau, and Jacob conned Esau into selling him his birthright. There's some real beef between them. They haven't seen each other for many years now, and they're about to meet again. So you can imagine Jacob has all this anxiety. He's worried Esau's going to come with an army to hurt him. And in the midst of this anxiety, Jacob tries to go to sleep for the night. And during his night of sleep, an angel appears to him and wrestles with him. And that angel gives Jacob a new name, Yisrael, meaning one who wrestles with God. And that's actually where we get our name from, the people of Israel, of Yisrael, because we're supposed to always be wrestling with ideas and questions. So Jacob prevailed over the angel, and the angel blessed him. Does anyone have any creations, Lego or otherwise, about Jacob wrestling an angel? Raise your hand if you do. Okay, we're gonna go to a song. Chazan Stein.
All right. Create a dance. Yisrael, Yisrael, v'otachadu. Yisrael, Yisrael, v'otachadu. Ay, ora, ora, Torah, ora, hallelujah. Torah, ora, Torah, ora, hallelujah, hallelujah. Torah, ora, Torah, ora, hallelujah. Torah, ora, Torah, ora, hallelujah.
The book of Exodus begins with the story of Moshe, who is born to an Israelite woman. In order to save his life, the mother of Moses places him in a basket of reeds and floats him down the Nile River. He's pulled out by the daughter of Pharaoh and raised in the palace. One day Moses went out and saw that the Israelites were being oppressed by the Egyptians. He is so outraged that he actually kills an Egyptian who is beating an Israelite. He runs away to the wilderness and lives there for many years. And one day God appears to him from a burning bush. God instructs Moses to go back to Egypt and help lead the Israelites out of slavery. Moses is a man of few words, so his brother Aaron, and they appear before Pharaoh together. When Moses utters those famous words to Pharaoh, "Let my people go."
All right. Do we have any creations based on this story? Moses telling Pharaoh, "Let my people go," or any of the plagues that come from this situation? Show me a hand if you have a creation based on this story.
I'm not hearing anything.
Oh, Clarissa, is that a hand? Okay, let's spotlight your video so you can show us what you have there. You want to?
Yeah. So here we have the plague of wild beasts. So we've got Moses over here, and his sister Miriam, his brother Aaron, and we've got some statues of Egyptian gods over here. And and of course the beasts. We've got tigers, snakes, monkeys, birds, and then Pharaoh's like cowering up here, like, "Help!"
Love it. Beautiful, beautiful creation.
Right.
Thank you. Ready for a song?
Right. Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh baby, let my people go. Pharaoh, 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 oh baby, let my people go. Well, a burning bush told me just the other day that I should come to Egypt and say, it's time to let my people be free. Listen, God, if you'll listen to me. I said, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh, baby, let my people go. Whoa, Pharaoh, Pharaoh, oh, baby, let my people go.
All right, we're going to zoom ahead again in the book of Exodus now to the receiving of the 10 commandments at Sinai. So the plagues have worked and the Israelites have left Egypt and they're just starting to wander in the desert, and they stop at Mount Sinai, where finally they're going to meet this all-powerful God who's delivered them from Egypt. God is going to reveal God's self to the people, give us our laws. It's so exciting. And God starts to tell the 10 commandments, but just being in God's presence was so overwhelming that the Israelites asked Moses, please, please go up the mountain, get the laws, bring them down for us. So that's what he did. Moses went up the mountain, recorded the 10 commandments on stone tablets, and brought them down to the rest of the people. Do we have any creations based on the 10 commandments? Okay, yeah, we have one here, the Unicles. I'm going to spotlight your video.
We made a huge mountain, and these are the 10 commandments. And here's Moses. He's receiving them with his little stick at the top of the mountain.
I love it. I love it. That's amazing. Was that a team effort there? Did you both create that?
No, I didn't. No, my brother did not help at all. Me and my mom made it together, and my dad helped a little bit too.
Okay, good to know.
This person right here did not help at all.
It's okay. It's okay.
Amazing. All right. We are going to go to a song.
Torah, 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 Tziva, Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva, Lanu, Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva, Lanu, Moshe. Torah, 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 Tziva, Lanu, Moshe, Torah, Shakeh, Yaakov, Kehilat Yaakov, Morasha Kehilat Yaakov, Torah tzivah lanu Moshe.
In the book of Leviticus, the Israelites are commanded to be a holy people. They're given many commandments to help elevate their daily existence to a level of holiness. Among those commandments are a number that deal with the dietary laws of kashrut. The most specific laws deal with those animals that are permitted and forbidden to be eaten. Those animals that come from the oceans and lakes must have fins and scales. The animals that live on the land must have split hooves and digest their food in a specific way. We tend to think of these as domesticated animals. The animals with wings have specific signs that they are permitted to be eaten. We're also commanded not to mix milk and meat when we eat. All food that's permitted to be eaten is called kosher, and all food that is forbidden is called treif.
All right. Any creations based on the rules of keeping kosher? We realize this is kind of a hard one, but anyone who is daring enough to make a creation about this? All right. Oh, wait. Jerry, we have a quick entry there from Jerry Appleby. We'll show it very quick on the screen. All right. Very nice. The kosher symbol. All right. We're going to a song.
Nah, yesh lanu tayish latayish yesakan velo arba raglayim vegam katan. Hey, ya la la, ya la la, la 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 la, ya la la, la la la, ya la 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 la, la la la, ya la la, ya la 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 la. Yesh lanu tayish latayish yesakan velo arba raglayim vegam zana. Oy, ya la ya la 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 ya la la ya la la ya la 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 ya la la ya la la ya la la la.
The Book of Numbers. So, after a relatively short time of wandering in the desert, we might think the Israelites could be ready to finally enter into the promised land. But before going in, they decide they're going to send in 12 spies to kind of investigate, evaluate what is this promised land really like. And they send the 12 spies in, they come back, and 10 of those 12 come back with very scary reports. There's a dangerous, dangerous place, and they could never inhabit that land. They said they felt like grasshoppers next to the people there. But two of the spies, only two of them, had enough faith in God to say that even though it would be a challenge to inhabit the land, they felt the Israelites could do it. Unfortunately, the Israelites listened to the party and therefore wandered in the desert for 40 more years instead of entering the promised land right then and there. Does anyone have a creation? I'm looking at the Zatz family there. Do we have a creation? Let's spotlight your video and unmute you. Oh, guys, you want to unmute yourself, the Zatz family?
Yeah. So this is our creation, Aaron Gang. Okay, so this is the, oh God, no. Okay, these are the spies right here. Sorry, the set thing's really old. So, and this is the giant right here. It's like big giant. And this is Moses right here with his staff. And then this is the fruit. And then this is God watching over them. Like,
love it. Beautiful creation. Amazing. All right, we're going to a song.
All right. Hashem said that the land will spread out in all different directions. Ufaratzna, 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 yama v'kedma, tzafona v'negba. Ufaratzna, 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 yama v'kedma, tzafona v'negba. Ufaratzna, yama v'kedma. Ufaratzna, tzafona v'negba. Ufaratza, 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 צפונה ונגבה, ימה וקדמה צפונה ונגבה, ימה קדמה צפונה ונגבה, ימה וקדמה צפונה ונגבה.
At the end of their 40 years of wandering in the wilderness, the Israelites are finally prepared to enter the promised land. The Book of Deuteronomy are the words shared by Moses with the new generation of the Israelites who are about to enter Israel. He tells them the stories of their parents and grandparents, their successes and their failures, the ways they did good and the ways that they sinned. He wants them to remember all these stories so that they can share them during the Passover celebration and other Jewish holidays. Aaron and Miriam have already died, and Moses will pass away after he finishes these stories and he blesses the people. The Israelites mourn the passing of Moses. Now they are ready to follow Joshua, who will lead them into the promised land.
All right. Do we have any creations based on this final story, the Israelites getting ready to cross the Jordan River into Israel? Any creations? All right, we're going to a song.
All right, the Jewish people become Am Yisrael. Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai. Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai, Am Yisrael Chai. Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai. Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai. Od Avinu, Od Avinu, Od Avinu Chai. Od Avinu Chai. Od Avinu Chai.
You know, we were trying to figure out a creative way to do these hakafot, to, if you will, reenact the idea of circling and celebrating together. Rabbi Galko, I think you did a great job trying to make this come alive and feel that number of 7 and sanctity and sharing together. So Yasher Koth, that was just really nice to dance with everybody. And those of you who dance, right, Zisel, the Rasmussens, all of you out there that were really like dancing, all of you just, it was fabulous. So we're going to, tonight, the tradition is to read from the end of the Book of Deuteronomy, the final verses, and we're going to get ready then tomorrow when we'll read from Deuteronomy and then Genesis and then from the Maftir as well. So tonight we're just in Deuteronomy, and we're going to have Bob Epstein and Meredith Jacobson and Monica Marks. The first 2 Aliyah, we're just going to have read. The final one, what we're going to do is we're going to all have an Aliyah together. So we're going to allow you all to unmute yourselves. You're going to do the blessings together. I want you to imagine that you're in front of the Torah and that we're sharing together. And then Monica will read that final Aliyah. Let's do the blessing last. So go ahead. Sorry. What do we have to do first, Rabbi?
No, you're on there. I see people starting to unmute themselves now. So we're going to wait until the final Aliyah, right? For that. Okay. So stay
final
muted.
Aliyah.
Great.
Thank you for that. You can see many more things than I can. I saw that rush of like, not yet, not yet. Anyway, let's do the blessing. Lasok b'divrei Torah. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kishan misotav v'tzivanu lasok b'divrei Torah.
Amen.
All right, Bob Epstein, will you begin with our Torah reading, please?
Yes, I will. V'zot habracha asher berach Moshe isha Elohim et bnei Yisrael lifnei moto vayomer Adonai misinai ba v'zarach miseir lamo hofia mehar paran v'ata merivot kodesh mimino eshtad lamo Afo vehevamim kol kedoshav biyadecha vehem tukul raglecha yisa midablerotecha Torah tziva lanu Moshe Morasha Kehilat Yaakov Yehi v'shirun melech v'hit asef Rashi Am Yachad Shivtei Yisrael Yehi Reuven v'al Yamot v'yehi Betar Mispar v'zod lichuda v'yomar Shema Adonai Kol Yehuda ve'el Amo Tivienu Yadav Rav Lo ve'ezer mitzarav tiyeh.
Yasher Koach, Bob. Now it's fabulous. We're going to continue chapter 33, beginning verse 8. Meredith Jacobson, you're going to continue with the Torah reading.
Amen. Ulavi amar tu mecha ve'urecha leish hasidecha asher nisito b'masa terivehu al memriva haomer le'avi u'imo lo reitiv ve'et echav lo hikir ve'et banav lo yada ki shameru imrotecha Uvritecha yimsoru, yoru mishpatecha leYaakov, v'toratecha leYisrael, yasimu kitorah be'apecha, v'chalil al mizbechecha. Barech Adonai Helo, ufo yada tirtzet, michatz modnaim kam av, umsan av min yukumun. Lebinyamin amar yedi Adonai yishkon levatecha alav kofech alav kohayom uken kitefav shachem.
Thank you so much, Meredith.
Yasher Koach.
Yasher Koach.
Very nice.
So as Rabbi Vogel mentioned, there's a tradition that everybody gets an Aliyah for Simchat Torah. Everyone gets the chance to recite the blessings of the Torah. So we'll all join together for that. And as you mentioned, we're going to unmute yourself. So even if it sounds a little crazy, that's okay. Well, everybody unmute so that we can join together for this blessing. Baruch Hu Adonai
מלך העולם אשר בחרנו מכל העמים ונתנו את תורתו וחפה אדוני שאדוני נותן התורה.
Beautiful. Monica Marks is going to read for us Deuteronomy chapter 33, verse 13.
Amen. Yosef Amar Mevarech et Adonai Artso Mimeged Shamayim Mital Umitehom Rovetz et Tachat Umimeged Tivuot Shamish Umimeged Gerish Yerachim Umerosh Harei Kedem Umimeged Givot Olam Umimeged Gerish Eretz Umloa Ortso Shocheni Sene Tavota Lerosh Yosef Ukod Kol Nizir Echav Behor Shavo Hadalo Vikarnei Ra'im Karnav Bahem Amim Yenagach Yachtav Avse Aretz Vehem Revevot Ephraim Vehem Alfei Menashe.
Thank you, Monica. Beautiful. We'll continue with the blessing after. Feel free to unmute yourselves if you'd like. Baruch Adonai
Eloheinu melech haolam asher natan lanu Torah emet
Chaye Olam Nata Baruch Atah Adonai Noten
Torah.
Love getting to hear everyone's voices for that. We'll continue with Kaddish, page 327.
Yitkara v'yitkara shemei rabba be'alma divrach eruteviam lichmalchute b'chayechon uv'yomechon uv'chaye dechol beit Yisrael bagala bagala uv'izman kariv b'imheru amen. Yehi shmei rabba mevarach La'olam olam me'almaya yitbarach yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh v'yithadar v'yithaleh v'yithalal shemei dekudusha berichu la'ela min kol birchata v'shirata tushbechata v'nechemata Damiran Be'alma Ve'imru Amen.
All right, I want to thank all of our Torah readers, first and foremost, Bob Epstein, Meredith Jacobson, and Monica Marks. Thank you for your beautiful Torah reading. And we are ready to announce the winners of the competition. I've conferred with all the judges. So yeah, let's get a little drum roll going on for this. We have 3 winners today, 3 winners of Menchie's gift cards. The Rasmussen family, the Unico family, and the Zatz family are winners of Menchie's gift cards. And Jerry Appleby, and an honorable mention to you as well. Those are our 3 winners. Thank you for participating in our Torah Scenes competition this evening. We'll continue now with Kiddush and Shechianu with Chazan Mimi, page 79.
Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam borei peri hagafen. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech olam asher bachar banu mikol am v'romem anu mikol lashon v'kiddishanu b'mitzvotav v'titen lanu Adonai Eloheinu be'ahava moadim l'simcha chagim uzmanim l'sason et yom hashmini chag ha'atzeret hazeh zman simchatenu mikra kodesh zecher litziat mitzrayim kivanu v'acharta v'yotanu kidashta mikol ha'amim u'modei kodshecha b'simcha uv'sason hinchaltanu Baruch Ata Adonai Mekadesh Yisrael V'hazmanim. And put your arms around everyone as we sing Shechianu. Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech haolam Shechianu v'kimanu v'higianu L'zman hazeh Baruch Ata Adonai Eloheinu Melech haolam Shechianu v'kimanu v'higianu L'zman hazeh. Sing it out, amen. And now we turn to Aleinu, page 56. עלינו לשבח לאדון הכל, לתת גדולה ליוצר בראשית, שלא עשה כגויי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שם חלקנו כהם, וגורלנו כהמונם. ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא, שהוא נותן השמיים ויוסר הארץ, מושב יקרו בשמיים ממעל, ושכינתו זו בגובה מרומים, הוא אלוהינו עדות, אמת מלכנו אפס זולתו, ככתוב בתורתו, וידעת היום והשבות לבבך, כי אדוני הוא האלוהים בשמיים ממעל, והארץ מתחת, אין עוד, על כן תגבל הרום. ככתוב בתורתך אדוני ימלוך לעולם ועד, ונאמר והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ, ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד, ושמו אחד.
We'll continue now with Mourner's Kaddish. For anyone who is in a period of mourning or observing a yahrzeit, for anyone who has need or desire to recite Mourner's Kaddish, please rise and join with us, page 58. Yitgadal v'yitkadash shmei Rabbah, v'alma divra kirutei v'yamlich malchutei, v'chayechon uvyomechon uvchaye d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'zman kariv v'imru amen. Yehei shmei Rabbah mevarach leolam olamei almaya. Yitbarach v'yishtabach v'yitpa'ar v'yitromam v'yitnaseh. V'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shmei d'kudsha brichu. Le'ela mimko birchata v'shirata. Tushbachata v'nechemata da'amiran be'alma v'imru amen. Yehei shlama Rabbah min shemaya. V'chaim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen. Oseh shalom b'imromav. Huya aseh shalom aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'imru amen.
Amen. Well, we hope you all enjoyed our Simchat Torah celebration tonight. Tomorrow we're going to have more fun as well. Wasn't quite the same, but different is good too. So those of you who are on the Zoom and those of you who are by live streaming, Simchat Torah means we celebrate. We find reasons to celebrate with Torah, with goodness, Masim Tovim, with all kinds of things. And we wish you Chag Sameach as we finish up with a song together, and then we'll go off live streaming and we'll call it a night and enjoy.
Shalom, 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 shalom. It is a tree of life to them that hold fast to it. All of its supporters are
happy.
Tree of life to them that hold fast to it, and all of its supporters are happy. There you go. Shalom, 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 למחזיקים בה וטוב, מאושר עץ חיים היא, למחזיקים בה וטוב, מאושר. Here we go! Shalom, shalom, clap, 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 shalom, 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 ולהתראות, אל חג